Welcome to Poetry in Chinatown.
I did think.
And I'm Clara Hsu. And I know today we are competing with the No Kings March, and I fully support it. But so they start at 1:30 and they end at around 4:30, I think.
Yeah.
So after the poetry reading, you still have time to go downtown and join everybody. So I usually start with a poem, but I want to introduce you to Louis Booth, who is in the booth. Louis, come out and say hi to everybody. So Louis is our new hire. He will be assisting Yinga in, making everything nice and wonderful for our poetry reading and all the other stuff. He's also curating a short film night called Outside of Films, and it's going to be this Thursday at 7 to 10. So you are welcome to come and look at the films, and then if you have a short film that you would like to show, you can send it to Louis, and we're definitely going to have a little bit, maybe more of these short film nights. And so go to our website and look up Outside of Film.
October 23rd.
Yeah, this Thursday. That's right. That's why I cannot come to the reading. I'm sorry. Now it's all coming together. Next time. Okay. All right. Thank you. Huh? Yes. I'm going to read my. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to start with reading one of my poems. It's called Farmer's Market. Heads of onion, purple and white, snuggle side by side with early girl red tomatoes, sliced, a sampling of juicy bites. The carrots slim, the strawberries fat, broccoli green and charred in a rainbow dress, wait for fingers to pinch them. Yet 2 stands away, a man plays jazz on a saxophone, twirling notes like a wiggling kite, twirling faces, fruits, and veggies with razzmatazz. Thank you, and let's have a toast to poetry and poetry in Chinatown. Okay. And Grapon, since you don't get to read your poem very much, maybe you can start out with one of yours too.
Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody for being here this afternoon. Happy No King's Day. And I know you could have been many other places, and the fact that you chose to be here really means a lot to me. It means a lot to all of us. So thank you so much. We have 2 wonderful features this afternoon. We have Wendy Wolters. And we have Wrob. All right. Now we have a pretty small crowd this afternoon, so we will do our normal 4 minutes or so poetry. Have a few open mics, have a feature, a few more open mics, and then, there may be time, and if people want to come back and read again, you can certainly come back and share some more of your wonderful work. Before I get started, if your cell phones, you might want to put them on mute, or silence, or vibrate, or what have you. And also, when people come to read, we usually give out a complimentary pen. We have some gel glitter pens or something like that. But anyway, they're colored pens here, so when you read, you're certainly welcome to take one of the colored pens. All right. That being said, I think I'll start off with a poem just for the afternoon. I think it's an older poem, but I think it fits the day. It was inspired by the group the Jefferson Airplane, and a song of theirs called Volunteers. And this is entitled Volunteers of America. Look what's happening out in the streets. The volunteers of America are still fighting the police. After half a century, nothing's still the same, though nothing much has changed, because we're still getting grief. We're still under siege. We're systematically being eliminated by the hands of the powers that be. Look what's happening out in the streets. Got to revolution to free ourselves from the fear of tyranny while we're marching to be seen. Maybe one generation got old, but all generations have lost their souls, while the power craved and depraved remain in total control, with a choke or stranglehold over the likes of you and me. Look what's happening out in the streets. People protesting black versus blue with white right in between. But somewhere in the midst of this, are we still deferring the dream? It seems this nation's got no destination unless old, now, and my generations form a new federation for American justice and peace. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect revolution, demand justice and liberty, or there'll be no domestic tranquility. Just more folks protesting vehemently from sea to shining sea. I don't have the sign-up sheet here, but I'm not quite sure who's first at that. But, okay. First up, Ray Fay. Ray Fay. Just recently published his second book, but his first book is Interesting Times, A Poetic Journey.
Good afternoon. To celebrate No King Day, I wrote two new poems. The first poem is titled Speak, after Arthur Z. Quote, hatred of those whom we believe to be evil is not what will redeem mankind. Bertrand Russell. A cold wind enters the room. 10 million Jews burned. A river of bones in Nanking. Genocide in Myanmar. Gaza, Zaire, Xinjiang. Named like stones in the mouth. Why do I fear this language? Words fracture, consonants splinter like ice across a pond. I try to speak, but the tongue stumbles. Letters swarm, then scatter. Meanwhile, thoughts flare like startled birds, a dance of neurons releasing the scent of jasmine. A forgotten melody from childhood. Butterflies flicker at the edge of sight. My net swings and misses. A few bright syllables caught, then loosened into light. Who is angry, and why did this earth burn? The child asks a question no sage can answer. A silence rises between their heartbeats, where peace waits, not distant, but here, if we begin again to speak. The second poem is Tatame, Mask. After Li Bai, Du Fu, One Wei, Tang Dynasty. Moonlight falls on shadowed face. The heart drifts softly with white clouds. Masks open, close, a tide of breath, rising and sinking between two souls. Through muffled words, meanings remain. In silent eyes, the truth is heard. Half-closed gates share warmth and code. A lone swallow circles, seeking spring. To hide is sometimes to protect. To conceal is also to care. A gentle wind startles the still pond, and the ripples mirror the trembling heart. Morning mist dissolves into light. New rays reveal familiar eyes, though mass falls away with dawn. The soul stays blue, serene and true.
Okay, and next up we have Antoinette.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I have 3 that I'd like to share today. And the first one is called Callie Goes to Jerusalem. On this day I wear a dance disguised as Kali. I appear in the ancient of my own clay. I breathe out apparitions and cultivate a raft shaped white. From Bethlehem to Jordan River, hope dies across lava-laden lands. Hindu holy child, crystallized presence, disidentified bringer of light. My eyes a pulsing glow for consciousness to flow. From beaded peaks to earthly deserts, home to humanity lost in falling cashmere clouds of dust. I climb steep walls and cones, ideology's battlefield. Convened to disagree for a quarter of a century. Awakened then, floating pure, childhood bones watch bombs dropped hard on Gaza, where no life matters to Israel. Victims of war do not receive restitution for whom they grieve. Babies, elders, siblings, mothers, the ones left living traumatized while flotillas bringing aid are ostracized. We watch from the sidelines. Kali or Kalima, fierce and wise, invoked in protest worldwide. Demand political will instead to cause to end this bloodshed. Never will they replace what's lost at genocide's insufferable cost. The next one is called I Welcome Myself to Rebirth. First, remember this life. So many years ago, wanting my look doppelganged, thick of hair and body, pretenses pressed into constricted envy, demurred inconsequential lies, longing to be vibrant and free. Swagger my tits in an empty bloom, strong disembodied lovers, captured summer's ends beneath green expanse, peppered with sunflowers, poppies, hydrangea. Am I dead to the left, carried over to the next, where my own fat frame expands into favor? Increased sense perceptions, my eyes still green but empty, as sight defers to ears. Red-headed woodpeckers tap, big rigs rumble wide open roads, distant dogs howl into unseen dark matter carried forth in a wilderness of gravity's pull, and I join spiraling galaxies bursting hot. And lastly, a light one, a life of ease. I want your happy life of ease forever to be your peace gathered among your loves, protected and kept warm. Letting go your desire for now to be other than what is so hard to try to know your future story flows from thoughts and actions built in each and every moment. Trust your heart without your mind, where you can find your capacity for joy. Boundlessly true, trust in yourself, care and compromise without blame. Let others do the same. Peace of mind is recognized in the fertility of disengaging from the drama inherent in being human. So we trust in deities and in prayer, hear answers from within, so calm and clear. Be still and listen to your inner self, who knows what's needed next. Trust that call instead of the voice in your head. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Well, I think we can bring up the first of our two features. Let's see. Let's do a little introduction. And I'll read this in the voice of our first feature. As best I can. This is in reference to the poet Wendy Wolters. A local poet, I'm often inspired by connections between the outer world and an inner realm of ideas, imagination, and possibility. I write about the wonderment instilled by nature's presence, experiencing everyday life through new eyes, heart-centered questions, healing, and the universal quest for courage and compassion within the human spirit. I read at various local open mics, and my poetry has been featured at Sacred Grounds, the Promenade, Florey's in Pacifica, Alameda Island Poets, and in a poetry podcast by producer John Rhodes with host Clara Hsu. My work has been published in an online zine produced by Richard and Natalie Champion, an anthology edited by Maggie Oman Shannon, and the SF Street Sheet, and I have assisted on a CD of poetry by Clara Hsu. Please welcome to the stage, Wendy Wolters.
Wow.
Thank you for coming. I know it's the big day for New King's Day, and we're all celebrating it in our hearts. Make closer, yeah. So first, thanks. I dedicate this reading to the wonders of life that inspire and the possibilities of thought which give us hope. Oh, what I was going to say, if you're able to, if you wait to clap between my poems to the end, I might be able to get one or two more in. So I know it's kind of hard not to, but okay. Today's first moments, opening eyes to morning sun, like no other time, savoring, soothing hot tea, peace and calm now seize the day. As the day turns, early morning, smell of fresh air, feel of soft breeze, shakuhachi flute drifts by, water boiling, warming the room, taste of pungent sweet tea. Looking around, seeing how it all just is, everything in its place. How many eons did it take for this moment to arrive? Reverie travels down memory lane, passing happiness and sorrow, devotion and wandering, flying free and getting stuck. Each reflection tumbles like a waterfall over my growingly busy mind. As thinking dissolves, My feet move beyond the inside door to a world bathed in sunlight, brimming with open space and cherished trees along the street, offering soothing balm. Sanity returns, and with it the unmistakable return to wholeness. Returning home, renewed in spirit, in balance again, a sense of mission arises, rousing midday goals, emails, phone calls, errands, completing unfinished tasks, cleaning, clearing, rearranging, creating. Intentions turn on an axis in a moment, in an instant. The once scattered evidences of information gathering meet their timely end. Discarded lists of plans make their way into recycling bins, where all that is no longer needed can be transformed into something new for other seekers with their own pursuits, something else never before. Evening arrives without notice, slips in before ample care of body-heart gains full attention. Enough of mental occupations and activity aimed at changing what is. Time for letting go of ambition and usefulness. Time for nourishment, movement, and pure being. Messengers. Today's songbirds somehow sound like messengers, announcing with tender certainty forgotten wisdom. Singing forth in bright, clear melody, many roads you'll travel down with choices to be made, and with each turn you'll understand your path as it reveals. No mistakes, just openings on journeys full of change. Allow what unfolds to be what it seems, while keeping peace and living free in the blessing of equanimity. Dancing free. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to slip into some comfy dancing clothes and ride out of precedent, out of my head, out of the beaten track of its notions, slide into some smooth grooves with my favorite dancing music. Oh yeah, I can't wait. I one more second to drop this narrow confine of my thoughts, thinking about, what did I say? What was that? Oh yeah, feeling my body flow with the waves of this melody and rhythm. Got the rhythm, under the spell now, and there's no going back. Caught in this shimmering world fusion sound. Makes me break free, stepping out just to be. Can't wait, not wait, no one more moment. I'm in my comfy dancing clothes, out, sliding out, slipping out of precedent, out of my head, out of the beaten track, dancing with these smooth grooves. Had enough thinking about that narrow confine. Dancing up and way on down, every tight muscle all warm and loose, dancing away the frights and the blues, dancing free till everything's new. No more tripping, no more loss. My heart's on fire and going higher. I'm in love, oh so good, this world I know. I'm in love, bedazzled by love, wrapped in the joy of these sounds, making me move, dancing free. It's hard to read that without wanting to move, but the microphone. Anyway. So I'm also dedicating this reading to my mom, who passed away a year and a half ago. And this is a new poem I wrote for her, Heart of Gold. Lover of love, kindler of joy, when I was young. Dancing around the living room, your hands clasping mine, mother and daughter, all smiles and laughter. Helper, encourager, believer in possibilities, from early school days with unexpected hurdles to later years, raising the family with courage and grit. Sweet mother of faith, year after year, no matter what, always food on the table and a warm home for learning and growing. So many seeds of caring sown, still showing up, living on beyond your time. This is a fun little poem I wrote about my husband, Dan, about how we met. It's a new poem. Love keeps growing. Oh, my love, once you were a brief encounter upon a sidewalk corner. Words flowed outside of time, till looming sunset broke the spell, and off we went our separate ways, or so it seemed. Then, there you were, walking through that door of happening that just so happened to draw us once again in close proximity. We both laughed simultaneously. You played your harmonica and I did a dance at the gathering of like-minded others, seeking answers to life's big questions while traveling through a heart-opening creativity hour. Returning home from my adventure at the airport came nostalgia, strangely missing Golden Gate Bridge. Then a letter in my mailbox, a phone call not long after. Was love in the air so soon? What can I say? It was hopeless to listen to reason. Take your time and wait a while. But my heart would have nothing of it. I packed my bags and off I went, a new beginning about to be. I'll never forget that special day when you wanted to ask me to marry. You searched for the words to say, and I softly asked, are you trying to? Yes, he eagerly and boldly answered. And to my surprise, you got down on your knees, stating your wish in the sweetest way. We nearly toppled over ourselves, head over heels with glee. Through all this time, from young fools to middle age and on to golden years, we've kept the spark alive, hiding the crocheted Christmas heart around the apartment in every month that passed. Oh, my love, once you were a brief encounter upon a sidewalk corner. Then there you were, walking through that door of a not-so-ordinary happening when we would become us. Okay, so this next poem, we had a blackout, and it's very inconvenient having a blackout, but it turned into something else. Misfortune becomes serendipity. That poorly planned power outage, not staged with the least bit of forewarning for the benefit of those affected. Utterly inconvenient and disruptive, though, as it turned out, actually a bit of fun. A taste of adventure for two playful souls at home. At first, not knowing how long the situation would last, off we trudged to the store in pursuit of ice, determined to rescue perishable food items just bought only the day before. Ultimately, the unpredictability of everything and the experience of it all turned out to be refreshing. Navigating with a flashlight, avoiding bumping in the dark, a captivating break from same old, same old. Sometimes the glass looks half empty, sometimes half full. Sometimes there's nothing but a problem. Sometimes there's an opportunity. Sometimes things feel like hell. Sometimes you sense heaven. Trusting life is a surprising thing, since peace isn't easily learned, and love can't be bought. It can only be caught.
Yeah.
So Dan and I have been going to a warm therapeutic pool, having a nice exercise class, and something happened when I was there that just blew me away. Entering the warm waters of the therapeutic pool, my breath deepens into long sighs, past and future gone as I step into nirvana, hardly able to contain my joy, immersed in the pure pleasure of profound relaxation soaking into my nerves and muscles. Settling in the soothing peace of pause from tasks and striving, slowing down each swirling thought, my whole being shouts yes to this heavenly balm, infusing me with comfort and ease. The gently sloped steps make the journey to a deeper water effortless, I pass children learning to swim for the first time. Their excitement is palpable, and they proudly show their pride, focusing hard with serious intent on their instructions. Rounding the corner where the large pool bends, I spy a cluster of people bobbing up and down. At first, the moment appears ever so ordinary, until suddenly my consciousness is taken by a mystical-like experience. The stark beauty of seemingly separate beings moving together with the music of Motown songs, everyone singing along in perfect sync with everyone else, each word perfectly remembered from long ago. I am drawn into the most blissful inner silence, empty of myself. A sense of oneness overcomes me, and questions, now irrelevant and unimportant, fade away. Life, no longer made of just forms, in fact, is teeming with love's transmuting presence in the midst of all things human. So daydreaming is really good for you. Don't have to be a kid. And there I was, daydreaming out the window. Late afternoon, looking out the window, sky still creamy blue, dotted with puffy clouds, in the most unusual array of shapes. That one over there, looking like a warm, fuzzy winter hat, and that one like wads of cotton candy. A few animals, a tornado, and a flying saucer. With eyes closed for a while, daydreams scroll across my mind, somersaulting down a long hill, euphoric in the wildness of the moment, carefree, smelling the pungent, soft, deep green grass. Memories of a simpler time, filled with ample, life-affirming happenings, a time without so many soul-defying shocks over societal breakdowns and rampant incivility toward fellow humans. When my eyes reopen, there lies a wholly different sky in view, the once light blue firmament having transformed into the darkest of blue hues, cloud shapes with their imaginary stories disappearing one by one until all that can be seen is the blackest empty space. Having swallowed up the creamy blue sky, once dotted with puffy clouds and story-rich shapes, unusual ones that spurred the most vivid imagination and rich memories from long before life became less simple. Who says there is only one way to truth, or any power greater than love? Who says that what I notice is supreme, that what I envision and sense is not real? Who says that choosing a yes means there must be some no of loss or lack? Who says that what happened in the past, or what the future may be or not, are more important than the present moment, right here, right now? Who says wait until something wonderful happens while love is constantly pouring out infinitely creative possibilities? Who says we must have the same preferences for harmony to exist? Who says creatures of habit have not windows to see anew and doors to step out or in? Who says that happiness and freedom lie outside myself, somewhere else and in some other time? Who says I must listen to the fears of the mind instead of the love in my heart? Who says the best things in life are things?
Yeah.
I saw it on a bumper sticker. The important questions from Ticket Civil Rights. The important questions. Questions abound, running through time, taking up space in consciousness, one leading to another, and they never end. One long process, uninterrupted, unstoppable, like a determined cadre of soldiers, ready at the helm, born out of the next assumption, the next assessment, framed by aversion. Questions devoid of clear direction, detracting from the bigger scheme of life. Too many streaming along a serpentine road, teeming with false starts, one chasing after another. From where do they come to my doorstep, these unhelpful questions that show up uninvited? Questions questioning everything, not pointing to what's most important. In the quietest moments, peeking into my awareness, what matters arrives at last. Not flashy, not obvious at first, not immediately gratifying, not pleasing to the ego's divisive wants, not the overly familiar, the status quo. The important questions appear, and all that is essential breaks loose with its beautiful invitation. They show themselves just after I finish a meal, when in a sweet, pregnant pause that arrives, I linger before moving on with the day. And right after turning off the engine of the car, when that holy instant arrives, after the noise that had been there all along, unnoticed, has vanished with the pure stillness of the moment, entirely unexpected, the most sublime silence slips in. Or when the whirring fans above the stove, roaring through the room with their loud, rumbling, invasive sound, first get turned off, bringing a forgotten, welcome shift, soft waves of peace wrap all in its magic. The important questions reveal themselves in the quiet times, peeking their love arrow straight into awareness, when what matters most dissolves the cogwheels of doubt, putting every dead-end puzzle-seeking question in its place, outside the window of sanity's joy, where purpose rules the day. The scent of goodness left by loving deeds cannot be destroyed by any tyrant's wish to break the will of love to be. This is a time. This is a time. This is a time like no other. This is a time to notice. The world is not about what we thought it was. We are not what we thought we were. Something has shifted. Something has shifted out there, beyond what our eyes could see. Something is shifting in here, deep in our bones. We wanted a revolution. This is the revolution, not a revolution of will drenched in fear. This is a revolution of the spirit of humanity. This is the revolution of love's presence, meeting us where we have been blind, meeting us in the places where we have hurt, the places we did not know. This is a time like no other. I am restless. I am restless for a window to the place inside love's name, having forgotten what my heart knows underneath this swirl of uncertainty. What is clear and true has eluded my remembering. But I have heard bells calling that change the darkness into light. I am restless for a window to the bell inside myself, to the place inside love's name. Thank you.
Another hand for Wendy Wolters. Okay, we don't have, I've got Yolanda, Carly, and JJ. I don't know if there's anyone else who'd like to, okay. And oh, good, that's more. Please sign up. There's a pen, this should be pens here. Oh, she's up there. It's a giveaway pen. That's the whole thing. Yeah. So Yolanda. Anyone else need to sign up?
Out there.
Oh, please. This moment.
Okay, this poem is dedicated to Angel Raciles, my older junior, is my boyfriend. He's my boyfriend for 31 years. He passed 3 Thursdays ago, October 2nd at 2:15. So this poem I wrote on February the 3rd, 2013. My heart goes to you, kind, courageous souls, whose heart has become stones, who rarely express sentiments over a poor victim capitalism has forgotten. I call you kind for you. Raise not up violent voice against other people. You do not steal, you do not rape, you do not murder. Instead, you eat the extra sugar. You eat the beef, savor the candy. Your poor, unhealthy body takes on all of capitalism's violent impulses and soothes them with sugar and fat. Your overweight female as well as male bodies, not forgotten, are obese children's bodies, whether rich or poor, are your shields to the poverty, stress, and security the capitalist class throws at our feet. The capitalists blaming the poor for the unemployment, for the homelessness, accusing us of being lazy. When has a corporate capitalist layered it and lay his or her hands to do manual labor? When has a capitalist technocrat grabbed dirt or a leaf on the fuzz from a peach while picking the fruit in the fields? When has a capitalist thief who exploits labor and from the surplus value from the labor extracts a stolen profit ever given money to a beggar in the streets? Yes, my heart goes to you, downtrodden, to the overweight, to the sugar craze, to those who take on the ills of capitalism in the medically unhealthy bodies, who do not take it out on other people to ease the suffering and pain and stress that the military industrial capitalist empire burdens the working class with in our daily and nightly lives. Remember Karl Marx's prophetic words, we have nothing to lose but our chains.
next, and then JJ, and then we'll have our second feature.
Hi everyone. I am going to read the first page of a short story and then a poem that I made based on a prompt that I received. I have it on my phone. This short story was written by a physician. I don't have his name here, but I can find it if anyone's interested. The title is The Short Arm of Chromosome. The Short Arm of Chromosome 4. I let her sleep it off in the hall stretcher. She was blind, drunk, and she stank. Her light brown hair coiled on her neck, her blue eyes half open to the ceiling. She lay still, but every so often something happened. A twisting movement, a jerk on the gurney, one arm flailing into the air. Her lips trembled, and as I passed, I could hear her muttering, fast and low, nonsensical. She wore stained overalls and a bandana. When the nurse took off her shoes, her feet were black, rusted, and smelled so badly that we wrapped them in plastic bags. She lay under the IV fluids, her feet in shining plastic taped neatly at the ankle, and I left her there because she was nothing, really. Another drunk on a warm summer night. And the prompt that I received was, what's wrong with her? And you could respond in a poem in any context. So the name of this poem is also the first line. What is wrong with her? That she was born into a world that eats vulnerability like the juiciest cut of flesh, then drinks it as the freshest sip of wine. That she is beautiful, creative, brilliant, with breath from something divine that she is too young to understand. That she must hold it in a world that is too young to understand too. And I hold her. That love is heavy, heavy. He held her, heavy, heavy. We hold each other. Sometimes we cannot hold our very own. Thank you all. We wrote this poem before we heard the rest of the short story, and so if there's time after everyone's gone, then I can read the rest of the story to you all.
Thank you, Clara. All right, thank you. All right, Mr. J.J. Rush. Please come to the stage. Woo!
Hey, first I have to make a confession. You know, this year has been just short of a train wreck. Is that not so? And it came home to me when me and a loved one broke up the first day of the year, and this past October the 10th, my oldest son passed. Okay, so now I got to come back and make a move on that. And I'll simply say that this reminds me of Shakespeare time. To be or not to be, that's the question. Whether 'tis noble in mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take up arms against the sea of trouble, and by opposing in them, to die means to sleep no more, and in this sleep of death what dreams will come when we have shaken off this mortal coil. Who but farmers would dare to grunt and sweat under a weary life in the hopes of something after death? the undiscovered country from which no traveler has returned. It puzzles the will to make us bear those ills we have than to fly to others we know not of, and thus conscience makes cowards of us all. And to my feral failure, nymph in thy oil resign, may all my sins be remembered. Someone asked me today, the other day, asked me, what is love, okay? So I guess you won't know love until it smacks you in the head, huh? Or smack it. But let me do it this way. Hey, it's when I think of you, I'm transported to the paradise of being with you. You are the female superstar in my life, and I bask in the aura of your fantastic fantasy. If love was a tree, I'd climb the highest support to get to your love. I love you like the raindrops from heaven. Be there no rain, and all life on earth would perish. That's how I live, anticipating the inclemency of your love. It was last night, saying my prayers. I was uplifted, that blessings overwhelming. Having been there with you, enjoying the nectar of such overwhelming ecstasy, then I knew I was chosen by God to have enjoyed such wholesome sensations. In fact, you're the ecstasy from whence my ego springs, the omega, my alpha, the sunlight that scatters all the darkness from my soul. It was through your love that I became captain incarnate of every soul. The power in other lives can be measured on the Richter scale of our love. The readings are in decibels of hurricane force and exploding stars. I yearn to walk the alabaster walls of your soul that allows me to engage the drama of your heart. Last year, I was a mere mortal walking the earth. No more is this though. I'm now in the company of those enjoying free fall and brighter lights. I cannot hide the truth. You were the ripcord. I feel honored with no reservation and thank you for the 24 hours of daily sunshine your love has anointed me. The blessing allows my life to be lived at a sensational, blitzing pitch. My final, I love you not only for the outstanding person that you are, but more profoundly for the profile of God I sense your soul impregnated. So thank you very much.
By the way, JJ Rush and Charles Curtis Blackwell will be the features next month. So please come out, and hopefully JJ will share some of his singing with us, which he did today.
I forgot.
That's all right. No, next month. Okay. Time for our second of our two features, and then we've got Natalie, we've got Dan, we've got Rick and Stacy, and anyone else who might want to read again. But we will introduce Wrob. Wrob began as an actor in 100 plays and films, eventually founding the Orpheus and Red Curtain theaters in Florida. There are naked statues of him on 2 continents. His best job ever was wrestling women professionally. He's written 50 fairy tales and 500 songs. The 3rd greatest party entertainer in the history of the world. He's available, nay, say desperate, for bookings. So please welcome Wrob to the stage.
Thank you.
Looks like Wrob.
Thank you, Greg. When Greg asked what month I would like to feature, it was very tempting to go with July or December thematically, but I said Halloween will have the best costumes, so let's do that. This is a brand new song. In 2025, a San Francisco songwriter wrote the greatest American saga song ever. It's called Bigfoot Went to Hollywood. Bigfoot went to Hollywood. Her daddy said don't go, but those lights, they glitter. She got offered a reality show. She got a mansion in El Segundo, so nice that sea breeze blow. Commercials and talk shows came calling, into the fast life falling. Bigfoot, oh Bigfoot, get that snow off your nose. You don't need those damn designer clothes. Flashy friends won't be there when life is rough. Your network won't know you when times are tough. Go home, Bigfoot, go home. She got pedicured and permed, and groomed by a horse trainer. Implants in her tush, a Brazilian bush, and anal bleaching, a no-brainer. Oh, she loved the club like she danced all night, chugging coconut and Campari. She fell into that endless flight. She totaled her brown Ferrari. Bigfoot, oh Bigfoot, get that snow off your nose. You don't need those damn designer clothes. Flashy friends will be there when life is rough. You never won't know you when times are tough. Go home, Bigfoot, go home. Just get naked and go back to the wood, where songs are simple and sex is good. Rest your head, Bigfoot, don't you cry. Your mama's love, money can't buy. She dated a boy band lead singer. He wrote a hit song, Bigfoot Fetish. She got pregnant, he said don't worry. My abortion doc is discreet, do it now, no hurry. She miscarried, then got busted for solicitation. They did a cavity search at the local station. Her show got canceled, the money was gone. Without her, the party just went on. Bigfoot, oh Bigfoot, get that snow off your nose. You don't need those damn designer clothes. Flashy friends will be there when life is rough. You never won't know you when times are tough. Go home, Bigfoot, go home. Thank you. When I began this journey in San Francisco 7 years ago, it took me 7 months to get a feature at an Oakland poetry event, and 7 years to get a feature at a San Francisco poetry event. From this, can we conclude that Oakland has better taste than San Francisco? I would not presume to answer that question. but D. Allen will answer it, most assuredly. And let me do the plugs right now, because I always forget. If anyone here would like to play a few songs for some fellow musicians, every Saturday in the Lower Haight, the Apocalypse Song Circle is hosted by me. So in a few hours, come to the Lower Haight to play a few songs for a group of fellow musicians every Saturday at the Radical Reading Room near Haight and Fillmore. And if you enjoy this feature, then I've got a couple more Halloween events coming up. On the 26th, I'm going to be part of the Halloween Spooktacular at the Ocean Ale House. And on the 31st, on Halloween, I'm going to be doing a 45-minute set at Music City. The first time I have cracked the main stage at Music City. The first event, Ocean Ale House, is free. The Music City is $15 at the door or $10 if you see me for an online link. And it's part of the San Francisco Pub Crawl. And when you get in with your $10 ticket or $15, you get to see 20 bands. And if you've never been to Music City, there are some serious fucking bands who are going to be playing there. So here we go. This is called The Monster Who Eats Rich People. Hear it streaking through the night. Hear it breathing, a raspy fright. Hear it cackling on the breeze. Hear it crashing through the trees. The monster who eats rich people. Picking Armani out of his teeth. Wearing a Gucci scraps wreath. A polo mallet for a toothpick. Run away, quick, quick, quick. The monster who eats rich people. Trust fund babies dipped in gravy. Socialites in half-chewed bites. Upper crusters dipped in mustard. Aristocrats, no placemats. CEOs like Cheerios. Movie stars in mason jars. Nouveau riche in a kale quiche. Old money dipped in honey. Jet set on charcoal briquettes. Millionaires with caramelized pears. Tycoons with stewed prunes. Pooping Fabergé eggs, farting poofs of Chanel, wearing Rolex earrings, the tolling of the dinner bell, the monster who eats rich people. If you're an heiress or an heir, it'll drag you to its lair, and you don't want to go there. Leave your mansion if you dare, the monster who eats rich people. Eat 'em up, eat 'em up. Snack or sup, gobble 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. Snack or sup, gobble 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. Snack or sup, gobble 'em up. All right. I bring big news. I actually spent 2 of the last 4 weeks on the International Space Station, and I bring big news from outer space. Whether it's good news, I will leave for you to decide. The Earthlings built a rocket and flew up to the moon. A moon base with a McBucks was coming very soon, but what's that celestial shaking our telescope spied? Rumbling and a grumbling, the moon fell out of the sky. And then the moon killed the people, it dropped out of space. I don't like those people, how they race the human race. Yeah, the moon killed the people, rolled all over the earth. Those people must be weeds, they got no purpose or worth. The moon flattened Manhattan and stomped Suriname. Leveled Lapland and vamoosed Vietnam. Whomped Washington and steamrolled Seoul. Boom boom cartoon and made the holy see a hole. It plastered Paris and Godzilla Manila. Skipped over the sea and sank every naval flotilla. Flapjack Fredonia made Iceland crushed ice. Carver bombed Canada cause they're too damn nice. It trampled Trieste, made Wagga Wagga a waste zone. Squished Bangladesh but left the penguins alone. Road killed Russia, pounded Peru to the ground. the Congo. Can't you hear that crunching sound? It mashed Madrid, and here's the part that's rad. It vaporized Vegas, but no one was really sad. It eyed North Korea, but they made their own news. It eyed Kazakhstan, but they had enough abuse. It eyed Palestine, but Israel finished them off. Then it squashed the billionaires who were trying to blast off. Yeah, the moon killed the people, the other planets rejoiced. Mars said, I was so nervous, I was getting a little moist. The moon killed the people, populist pulverization. Here's where you can stick your International Space Station. The moon killed the people, hop from city to city. I don't like those people, they got no sense or pity. The moon killed the people, Mother Nature gave a cheer. I don't like those people, they stuck a flag in my rear. All right. Let's see. Is it time for another costume? Yes, I believe it is. All right. So let's move to a song that has some actual aliens in it. Actual aliens and the most horrifying monster on planet Earth. This is called Kick the Balls. A UFO landed and took me for a ride. I had lovely hors d'oeuvres with the aliens inside. We took a little jaunt through outer space, and then I asked, how can we save the human race? And the alien said, kick the balls of anyone with a mansion, kick the balls of anyone with 2 homes, kick the balls of anyone who puts a fence up where buffalo and beaver used to roam. I said, no, aliens, you must be wrong, we're living in love and get along. Dr. King told us hate begets hate, so ball bashing is inappropriate. And the alien said, kick the balls of anyone with a pool house, kick the balls of anyone with a private jet, kick the balls of anyone with a golden parachute or an industrial fishing net. I said, no, aliens, that can't be right, you can't treat life like a big bar fight. Gandhi taught us how to save humankind, an eye for an eye makes everyone blind. And the alien said, kick the balls of anyone with a luxury box, kick the balls of anyone with a jet set, kick the balls of anyone with a golden parachute and CEOs without conscience or regret. I said, no, aliens, that's an awful plan, how can I make you understand? Ask them out what violence meant, the last refuge of the incompetent. They could see they were getting nowhere with me, so we took one more spin around Neptune. They dropped me home and flew away. In my dreams that night I heard this tune. Kick the balls of anyone with a mansion, kick the balls of anyone with a private jet, kick the balls of anyone with a golden parachute or an industrial fishing net. All right. Let's see. All right. Hold on a sec. Oh, we got costumes. This is a song that I wrote this year, and it is possibly already on its way to becoming the global anthem for the 21st century. Wait a minute, I can't remember how it starts. Let me cheat for a sec. Let me just cheat. There it is. Vesuvius is rumbling, San Andreas slipping, the Hindenburg is sparking, Titanic tipping, the epidemic spiraling, the asteroids been spied, the reactors in meltdown, to your bedpost I wanna be tied, let's fuck tonight, I'm gonna cry, so hold me tight, let's fuck tonight. The dam is cracking, the towers crumbling. The Kraken is waking, Armageddon grumbling. Columbus just landed, the Nazis came to power. The oil tanker's going down. Can you spare me an hour? Let's fuck tonight. Let's fuck tonight. I'm gonna cry, so hold me tight. Let's fuck tonight. Let's fuck tonight. Let's fuck tonight. I'm gonna cry, so hold me tight. Let's fuck tonight. The empire's overextended, the Great Wall's been breached. The great dictator, the Great Depression descended. The great dictator impeached. On your date for the end of the world, got a mattress and a can of beans. End times near, apocalypse here. Death makes me horny, you know what I mean? Let's fuck tonight. Let's fuck tonight. I'm gonna cry, so hold me tight. Let's fuck tonight. Let's fuck tonight. Let's fuck tonight. I'm gonna cry, so hold me tight. Let's fuck tonight. Everybody sing, let's fuck tonight. Let's fuck tonight. I'm gonna cry, so hold me tight. Let's fuck tonight. Let's fuck tonight. Let's fuck tonight. I'm gonna cry, so hold me tight. Let's fuck tonight. Thank you very much. Greg, how are we on time?
We've got a few more.
All right, all right. Then here we do. Let's go to a classic Hollywood songs. This is a little audience participation. On this one, when I mention a body part, I want you all to shout back, not my, whatever the body part is. So it'll shift throughout the song. So if I say knee, you shout out, not my knee. Okay, here we go. This is called Demons. The demons are biting your heels. The demons are biting your heels. The demons are biting your heels. The demons are biting. The demons are biting your ears. The demons are biting your ears. The demons are biting your ears. The demons are biting. The demons are biting your heart.
Not my heart.
The demons are biting your heart.
Not my heart.
The demons are biting your heart.
Not my heart.
The demons are biting. Demons are all around, so diabolical and daring. Demons fear nothing but kindness and sharing. Demons are all around, so diabolical and daring. Demons fear nothing but kindness and sharing. The demons are biting your butt.
Not my butt.
The demons are biting your butt.
Not my butt.
The demons are biting your butt.
No.
The demons are biting. All right, time to bring out the rest of the band. This is a song for which we recorded the video at the San Francisco Presidio Pet Cemetery a few months back. Is there anyone in the room here who has nothing but love in their heart for every person on planet Earth? Well, then this song is for you.
Thank
Here we go. This is called Dance on Your Grave. You've been insufferable since the day you were born. If life is a rose, you're a 2-ton thorn. The cemetery finally not here to mourn. I got confetti, your plot to adorn as I dance on your grave. Dance on your grave, dance on your grave. If I had a choir, we'd do the wave. Dance on your grave, dance on your grave. Shop, shop, flop, wiggle, bop. You always were a pain in the ass, so I've come to fertilize the grass. Mother Teresa applauds my class. Dalai Lama's got a quartet of brass to dance on your grave. Dance on your grave, dance on your grave. If I had a choir, we'd do the wave. Dance on your grave, dance on your grave. Shuff, shuff, flop, wiggle, bop. Number one, your bloviating finally done. As Georgie said, here comes the sun. Dance on your grave, dance on your grave. If I had a choir, we'd do the wave. Dance on your grave, dance on your grave. Shop, shop, lop, wiggle, wop. Dance on your grave, dance on your grave. If I had a choir, we'd do the wave. Dance on your grave, dance on your grave. Shop, shop, lop, wiggle, wop. One more. All right, I have done my official set. One more. So let's do a very new one. Let me go to the songs that I just finished an album a few days ago, and so this has barely been performed anywhere. So this is called "Where Are You?"
Right there.
This is called. And there it is. This is called The Blues. Just blew into town. Let me just check my tuning for a second. Good enough. It's a blue moon tonight. My ex called out of the blue. She went from blue collar to blue blood. So I'm swimming the blue bayou. Feel it water falling down. I guess the blues just blew into town. My car is a blue book bus. The blue whales are fading away. Mr. Blue Sky can't be found. It's just another blue Monday. Feel it water falling down. I guess the blues just blew into town. Blue devils won't let me be. I'm drowning in the deep blue sea. Blueberry Hill can't be found. Blue Christmas coming round. The best host left blues clues. Blue suede shoes ain't for the weak. My probation officer's blue in the face. He's talking a blue streak. Feel the water falling down. I guess the blues just blew into town. Just another blue Valentine. My heart is all black and blue. My blue heaven feels like hell. My cojones are pretty blue too. Feel the water falling down. I guess the blues just blew into town. Now, is the ink made from Bigfoot tears?
It could be.
It could.
Never know.
There you go. So, and another hand for Wrob. Okay. For you. All right. And now we have a few people. We have Natalie, we have Dan, we have Rick, and we have Stacy. Natalie, please come up here and share your words.
guys hear me?
Yes.
This poem is a tribute to my grandma Rita, who passed away a couple of years ago at the age of 102.
Wow.
So it's called Ode to Grandma Rita. Chatting with Grandma, remembering her funny grandma jokes, her smiling face at my wedding, the violin player serenading her, remembering her visits full of joy and love, especially the Disneyland trip where I was so sleepy I put my underwear on backwards and Grandma laughed heartily. Fearlessly riding the Matterhorn past the Yeti and zooming down the mountain, roaring through Big Thunder Mountain on a runaway train, and a wild ride on Space Mountain, her boundless energy and joy, playing Scrabble, and Grandma always won, her mind forever sharp. Grandma was my cheerleader, cheering me on when I played the Wicked Witch of the West in my senior high school play. Now her 102-year-old mind wanders, never stopping. Her strength flows in my veins. Love you always, Grandma, your beloved granddaughter, Natalie.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you. All right. Mr. Brady.
Yeah!
All right.
Yeah, Brady!
All right.
I believe I can be heard. All right. So I like singing historical songs, and so when I do that, I go by the name Dan Sing. So I'm going to sing one historical song, play something on this very short. The song is incomplete because I don't know the whole thing. The song will be incomplete because I don't know the whole thing. And then the haiku or two they'll do, I know those because I wrote them. All right. So the song. It's historical. Some of you are of an age really remember Alan Sherman. Anybody?
Woo! Yeah!
Okay, Alan Sherman. So this is one of my favorite songs of his. And like I say, I don't remember the whole thing. Last night I met a man from Mars, and he was very sad. He said, "Won't you help me find my girlfriend, please?" So I asked him, "What does she look like?" And the man from Mars said, "She's 8'2", solid blue, 5 transistors in each shoe. Has anybody seen my gal? Blue suede toes, rust-proof hose, and when her antenna glows, she's the cutest Martian gal. She does the cutest tricks with her 6 stereo ears. When she walks by, spacemen sigh, especially when she shifts her gears. If she's found, run like mad, put her on a launching pad down at Cape Canaveral, and send me back my cutie, my supersonic cutie. Send me back my Martian gal. That's a fun one. Now this one is incomplete, but it is a classic song. Let me get it here. This haiku combines science fiction And it's what they call the nose up. Would be the nose up in a novel. The nose up is a term that writers use for that one moment in the beginning of the first couple of paragraphs where you go, uh-oh, I know what's going to happen. Okay, so here we go. Or you think you know what's going to happen. So the haiku goes like this. Summer dusk. Astronomers gazing at the heavens. She says, Jupiter is out of place. And then adventures proceed. A couple of others that I like. This one I saw when I was probably 10 years old. I never wrote it as a haiku until many years later. And water striders, everybody knows what a water strider is. Yeah, some people don't. They call it other things, so I have to. Yeah. So here we go. Water strider kicks, rippling the moon. And then this one is similar in its terms. That's like, size. This one is more in terms of time. 80 million year old fossil on the mantle in candlelight. And then this one, I'll close with this one. It's another favorite one I used from a garden, when I like gardening. And so, on the cleft of clover, single dewdrop gleams. All the sun's circle inside. Thank you. All right.
Oh, Rick. Thank you, Mr. Brady.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. I've got two things. One is a very brief poem, haiku, almost. And then something else. But I have a question. Has anyone here ever eaten fugu? No?
What is it?
Do you know why you should not eat it?
Because it's poisonous.
Hear that?
Poisonous.
But what other thing about it?
Expensive.
It's a delicacy. A poisonous delicacy.
Right.
So, well, the haiku is, of course, called fugu. And August moon, delight, your expectant breasts. November moon, cold, alone. Tonight, I enjoy fugu. Okay, the other thing, Dan and Wendy here have, well, Natalie and I publish a zine. And this issue, I have been trying to gather stories about the political situation. And I was very impressed when I came in by some of the stories or poems on No Kings. So, anyone who has a No Kings
poem, story, comment, here's your big chance. Just get to me. And I have cards with the email on here. And I would be delighted to put something from this gathering in, because it was so good. But some of the very good ones have left. So do what you can, okay? So talk to me. All right, thank you very much. I want a blue one.
There you go.
Because of the story blue.
All right. Stacy.
Everyone, where did it go? It was there. The incredible Hoke McCoke. It comes down to that shallow hit, a poem meant to kill. The saxophone to hit at the saloon Sunday afternoon, all beat gin jazz. So tight, everyone can dance. He razzmatizes. So tight, he can slip his hot barrel up, stigmatize and criticize. The muzzle and arm, a poem that singes like moonshine to ribs. After a shot at the turn of the century bar, I absent myself to the toilet afar. He bursts through the door, big hulk of a troubadour, green and trouble bursting existence from clothes. He shoves his fingers in and up my cunt. I don't know. I let it happen. I couldn't make up my mind. He blew out my soul for a matter of time. Red splatters on spittoon and barroom barrel doors. I went back and danced until midnight, amidst all the roar, summoned its dead, and shaking and immobilized, cloaked in violation pure, I faced the filter of my sick hero, delirious on the North Beach plains.
Yeah.
Woo. One more? Thank you. This is not quite so hard. We want this. I think we want this. For me to feel like a dangled punk rock star in fishy nets to snook and ribble along thighs you grapple. But maybe you like me, maybe even something scared like. Perhaps once every 2 and 20 years we get that thrill and bite serrated steel. To the gods, you exclaim, Jameson and mine. You reel it in, an air of Poseidon commandeer. You cast trolling texts, divvied with long pauses, lengthy enough to fathom jealousy never known in those who don't even know you. Your presence upends. Your pursed hand lifts my chest. My head keels and my slack limbs want when you go. I revive, choking on sparse speech bubbles, rationed to whirl me, hook and line, sink and linger. Suddenly, you stagger with my pole. Your bow arches to the weight, and awe-surprised, the magician recoils to roar at roiling heavens. Because I'm quick to the mic, Shazam! Quick to lose the 8-ball in the depths, slam! Dance I fall. Finger to face, muse, you think you can push me? For fun, before meeting already, we were but leather-clad bikers, sailing age thrashed beautiful with despondent hope and joys aloose. Now you dangle, a loose stone-washed stud, suspended in sweet sabbatical debacle. The hanged man, upside down with a frown, cosmic green twig between your teeth, today ready to flip back into a smile, to regain your straw hat and jig with swish and pizzazz. Ta-da, baby! Do you still want to ride?
Anyone else did not get a chance to read or wanted to read?
The end of the short story.
Oh, the end of the short story.
Oh, all right, there you go.
Still here?
Yes. Carly.
Thank you for having me back up. So the rest of the story. Early in the morning, a man appeared. He wore a mechanic's blue shirt with Bill embroidered on the pocket. His hair was black and smooth, neatly combed, and he smelled of oil and cigarette smoke. He stood by her bed, looking down at her, and as I passed, he touched my shoulder. "Excuse me," he asked politely. "Can I talk to her, doctor?" He gestured to the woman on the gurney. "I'm her doctor. Can you tell me what's wrong with her?" "She's drunk," I said. "That's all." He nodded, as if expecting the answer. "I left her because of her drinking. She's my wife. She has Huntington's disease." With that, he stopped me. I looked at her chart again, and there, among the nurse's notes, barely legible, was written, "Hutchinson's disease?" She had told the triage nurse, or had tried to. "Huntington's disease?" I said. I looked at her again, and suddenly it was clear. The twitching mouth, the spasmodic movements of the arms. I remembered the grainy film I had seen in medical school, shot in the 1950s, of patients with neurologic disorders. They were marched out for the camera to perform their dances, led across a room as the voiceover ran. I had never seen a case of Huntington's disease, but I knew what it was, a genetic disorder that begins mysteriously in midlife, progresses to insanity and death within a few years. The short arm of chromosome 4. She was near the end. She was also drunk. "Can you get her to a room?" His voice brought me back to the moment. "Yes, of course," I mumbled. "Let me talk to the charge nurse." The nurse moved her to a cubicle a few minutes later, but it was over an hour before I could get back to them. When I opened the curtain of the room, I did not recognize the woman. She wore clean jeans and a t-shirt, new white socks. Her hair was damp and brushed. Someone had bathed her and dressed her, but no one was there. I bent over to examine her again, and she was the same. No marks, no bruises, just the strong smell of alcohol, the incoherent mumbling, the episodic jerks of the arms. Nothing to be done but leave her until morning, when the social worker would come. On my way out of the room, I saw her husband again. He was coming back down the hall holding a plastic bag full of reeking overalls and her shoes. A girl stood next to him. She was perhaps 17 and quite beautiful, with long blonde hair and blue eyes, taller than her father. "This is our daughter," the man said to me. I looked at the girl. She looked back calmly, neither friendly nor unfriendly. "Hello," I said. She nodded, then passed me and entered the cubicle, smelling of soap and faintly of perfume. She pulled the curtain. They had done it together, father and daughter. They had taken off her clothes and washed her body and hair in private. I realized that the new clothes must have been her daughter's, that for a few hours she had been remade into the image of wife and mother. I looked at the man, and he saw the question on my face. "We don't know if our daughter has the gene," he said, looking down the hall. She doesn't want to get tested. When the girl emerged again, I found myself staring at her. She was young, or she was old. Her future would go on, or it would stop with her mother, whose muttering flowed out from under the curtain, a continuous low language which she, if the numbers aligned, would learn also. I'm going to look up the author's name because it's only right that I say his name. He was an emergency room physician.
What are Parkinson's disease too? Is it fatal or what?
I'll look up Huntington's disease next. So the story was written by author and physician Richard B. St. John. And then for Huntington's disease. Huntington's disease is a rare inherited neurodegenerative disorder that causes progressive physical, cognitive, and psychiatric symptoms. The average lifespan after the onset of symptoms is 15 to 20 years. The age of onset of HD can vary, but it typically occurs in adulthood.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for the information. Thanks. We do it all here. Thank you all so much. We had a wonderful afternoon. Thank you for coming out. Our wonderful features, Wrob and Wendy. And next month, November 15th, we will have J.J. Rush and we will have Charles Curtis Blackwell as the features. So please come. It will be our last one of the year. We'll take December off. So please come November and tell your friends as well. Thank you so much. And no kings. No kings. No kings. No